Welcome to the Club 54 post-round show from JCB Golf and Country Club, where Joaquin Niemann is proving to be man of steel, breaking free from the pack with relentless precision. In the team race, Legion 13 attempts to close the gap on Torque GC, powered by the fearless play of young Caleb Surratt. With Championship Sunday on deck, the pressure is mounting and the storylines are building. Every shot matters. Welcome to the Club 54 post-round show. I'm your host, Christian Crosby, and what a round two we just had. Joaquin Niemann leading the way after two phenomenal, dominant rounds of golf. And man, we have a lot to talk about. So many storylines are building up. Let's take first a look at the leaderboard as we conclude round two. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As we talk about the leaderboard, we have a special guest joining us. Joaquin Niemann leads the way with a 14 under finish. Bubba Watson doing what Bubba Watson does. 8 under in second, Paul Casey. Caleb Surratt and Adrian Meronk are in third currently as we conclude round two. To join us here to talk about it, we have Sue-Ann Hang. First, let's take a look at the team leaderboard. Torque GC in the lead by 3. Legion 13. Almost everyone on our broadcast chose Legion to take that podium this week. And to talk about it a little bit more, we have a special guest joining us, Sue-Ann Hang from our LIV Golf broadcast team. And Legion 13, Caleb Surratt. Welcome to the Club 54 post-round show. It's been a while. We're always happy to have you here, man.
Thanks for having me. Feeling good, yeah.
Take us through your day. Tell us what was working out there for you, Caleb.
Did well. Got off to a nice start. I had a weird little moment in the round on 12 where I actually hit somebody in the crowd, and I had never done that before, and it really messed with me for a few holes because it was a little kid, and but was fortunate enough to birdie that hole and then birdie the next hole, so kind of had a good little stretch there, and then had one little hiccup late in the round, and but moved past it and finished strong.
Yeah, I actually saw what happened on the 12th, and you gave pretty much everything in your golf bag, including your caddy's hat. So
I did, yeah. Well, I couldn't give him my hat because it's my only, and this week it's my only, and yeah, I was searching for anything I could give him, but I gave him a few gloves, a few balls, and my caddy's hat. So, and I got their number, of course. So.
Well, I was looking through your stats before I was following you today, and you drive the ball great. You've been putting fantastically. The only part of your game that's been falling short, I guess, has been your approach game. I've been told you put a new set of irons in this week, a set of blades, I believe,
I did,
right?
Yeah.
Is that part of the improvement of your performance with the irons this week, you think?
Yeah, it's weird because historically I would have actually categorized as myself as one of a great iron player, and especially coming out here last year, but yeah, for whatever reason, the last 6 months, it's really been the only thing holding me back. And this week, I was fortunate enough to get some good work done with our team at Callaway, and put a new set of irons, which is their new 2025 blades in, and they're great. I've hit them great. Hit a lot of really good shots. I've hit, I think, every green on the par 3 this week, so that's new for me. So that's yeah, it's been a good thing for me.
Well, Caleb, we know you're a modest guy, but we have some highlights from your day. This is your
right.
moment to talk a little bit. You get to flex on us a little bit.
Right.
So don't be modest. Here are your highlights from round two. Take us through it, Caleb. Here we go.
All right, yeah. First hole, hit a really good pitch. Left to right spot and rolled one in to start the day. It was a good feeling. This is the fourth. This is the hardest pin on the golf course today. And you land it short, it kicks left. Land it right, it kicks right. You have to land it perfect. And shot into the wind, landed it perfectly, and made birdie there. And then this was on 9. Oh yeah. So it was weird because Paul Casey and Tyrrell both had 12-footers before me, and they made it, and all the people in the crowd were going crazy saying no pressure, and made it. So yeah, this was on 12. Nice tee shot, some assist from a fan, and just rolled it right down there. It looked like it was going in the whole way, but right at the end broke left and picked up another there. And then this was on 18. Yeah, this was I had a weird moment on 15 where I 3-putted from 4 feet and just was pretty rattled over the next few holes and rolled one in on the last, which was good. So
now, Caleb, I know it's got to be a lot of fun, but it's also got to be really challenging to play with such a talented team like Legion 13, especially under the leadership of John Rahm. Can you just talk about how it is working under John and being on this team?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I've been in the shadow, but that's only that's only more room for me just to prove myself and you know, propel me up to be one of the best players here. So it's good. It's great learning from them, but at the same time, it's just extra motivation to play great and compete with them.
I mean, it's got to feel, I guess, in some ways comforting. I know you feel, like you said, maybe you're in the shadow a little bit, but at the same time, comforting in many ways to have someone like Jon Rahm, Tyrrell Hatton, guys who've had so much experience on tour, come in and guide you through, maybe even help propel your career compared to maybe if you would have gone and play the PGA Tour, the DP World Tour. Do you feel that way?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, there's a lot of pressure out here. There's a lot of great players. It's very hard to compete, be at the top of the leaderboard and win, especially. You know, there was a lot of moments today where I'm looking up at the top of the leaderboard all day, and I know that if I hadn't come out here last year, I wouldn't have been prepared for those moments right now in my life. So, yeah, hopefully I can use that experience I've gained to go try and chase Joaquin tomorrow, but he's looking pretty unstoppable right now. So
you're no stranger to the show. You've done form check before, I believe, with us. That's when fans submit their swing.
All right.
And you check their form.
Yeah,
you
let's
did
see
it before, right?
I think so.
Let's
In
do
Dallas.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
there you
see
go.
it.
Let's do it again. We have some new ones for you, Caleb. No need to play nice, by the way.
No, that was not. I mean, the backswing was good, but zero compression.
So this one needs a little work, huh?
Needs work. I can get it a little longer and just try and hit some ground instead of the top of the ball.
So we watch it one more time just for entertainment purposes?
It's hard. It's like, how does the ball go that short? It's almost like it goes into the ground. I mean, swing's actually not terrible. Let's see this one.
All right, here's a... Oh, that's cute.
I mean, that's a great place to start. You can't critique that.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't hit it like that when I was 3 years old, so... Oh, yeah, great start. Dead straight.
Better than my swing.
That's cute. Good way to get into it.
All right, here's another one.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Started swinging 2 weeks ago, apparently.
Yeah, it needs to rotate more. It just kind of stands there. It seemed to stand there and flipped his hands, so pretty good, though. Seems like a strong guy.
He needs to aim the camera down a little bit.
Yeah, he does. Better camera angle, and yeah, needs to get that right foot off the ground, rotate through it. Yeah.
All right, completely unrelated to this, Caleb. Is it true that you've been challenged with finishing a Rubik's Cube this week?
Gosh.
What is the story behind that, Caleb?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I was sitting with one of my friends here on Monday night, so 6 days ago. I was like, man, that thing just can't be that hard. And surely enough, he's like, all right, final round Sunday. We got a bet to have it done. And, you know, I'm getting 1-to-1 on my odds, and that doesn't seem very fair because the kicker is I can't get any help online from anybody. If you look up the the odds of solving a Rubik's Cube by luck is 1 in 43 quintillion.
No way, really?
Yeah, I'm getting.
So that was just a really lousy bet.
Bad bet on my part. But
okay.
So I got to get lucky tonight, or I was thinking of maybe cheating and then just, you know,
well,
maybe just getting it done. So I've exposed myself at this point.
Yeah.
Either way, it's too much of my time to put into. But yeah, it's definitely not easy.
Well, I got one final question for you. You're about to complete your second season here on LIV Golf. What's the one thing you've learned about yourself in the last couple of years? Yeah,
I think just it's the simplest little thing, and I think it's just getting back to like being myself. You know what I mean? I think it's really easy to come out here and try to be like a lot of people and take pieces from everybody. And although you know, there's a difference in learning and like actually trying to be like somebody. So, you know, learning that like I'm good enough, the way I do my stuff's good enough, and then just fine tuning all the edges is kind of the one thing I'm starting to learn. And you know, the other thing is like I've really had to learn you're your own best friend, right? Like in reality, like John and Tyrrell and Tom, like although we're teammates, like we don't really want each other to beat each other, right? We wanted the team to win, but we still want to beat each other, right? So there's really nobody rooting for you except you and your caddy and your friends and family at home. So I've learned to be my own best friend on the golf course, and you know, because nobody else is right there doing that for you. So yeah, I've learned that. You're a very mature 21-year-old. I have to say that, Caleb. Well done. Yeah, well said. You couldn't have answered that question. This guy's up here preaching. Thank you, Caleb. Yeah. Thanks for joining the show, and we hope to see you soon. Good luck tomorrow, my friend. Thanks very much. Play well tomorrow. Thanks for your time. Stick around here on the Club 54 post-round show, and social media is buzzing per usual. If you want to join the conversation, all you have to do is hashtag LiveBroadcast or hashtag FormCheck. You might even get your swing on the show. Can't promise you'll get good feedback, though, as you can see. Make sure you guys submit some posts. You can do videos, photos, the whole nine. Sue-Ann Hang might even respond to you, hopefully. Say what? Yeah, this is the tournament Caleb Surratt has been waiting for since he joined LIV. Fans are excited about Caleb, which is really cool.
All right, we got to talk about a leader, but welcoming 3-time PGA Tour winner, 4 Aces champion, Swag Daddy himself, Pat Perez. Welcome back to the show, my friend.
Thank you.
I got to mix it up every now and again, you know?
Wow, that was left field for sure. Swag Daddy.
Pat, welcome to the show. How are you feeling after round 2?
Tired.
Yeah?
Like
yeah,
every other
sounds
round.
all right. Yeah. You were with Joaquin Niemann, correct?
I was. He, man, he just steamrolled everybody today. I mean, there was no way he's going to catch him. He, I just can't get over it. I watched this kid play all day, and even Grace and I were talking about, like, how does this kid not perform in the majors? I can't get over how you can go there, not play well, come here and just, I can't say it, but beat everybody up. It's, it just does not make sense to me. I can't figure it out. I hope he gets it next year. But, man, he just played flawless. 9 birdies, you know, 1 bad 3-putt, which, you know, is bad error, but nonetheless, he just hits shots where you need to hit them. He drives it incredible. Iron plays incredible. He makes putts, and you just go, you know, this is what we expect out of him. I mean, he showed, because today was a big day for him. Suran talked about earlier that today was a pivotal day, because if he could have gotten out enough and win, then it's almost locks it up for him. You know, and he wins tomorrow, and, you know, with only 6 rounds left, it's going to be really hard for anyone else to catch him, and I just don't see him playing bad anyway. So
I mean, it's just been such an all-or-nothing season for him.
Really
I mean,
has.
it's
Amazing.
4 wins, but outside of those 4 wins, he's averaged 1.13 points on the other events, which is insane. Now, when I look at his stats, I go, well, what's going on? His ball striking's elite.
Yep.
It's all about around the greens and on the greens. When he plays really well and he wins, he gains over a shot around the greens. Now, when he putts really well, but when he doesn't win, he loses shots on those areas. I mean, you look at the majors, he strikes the ball as good as he does out here.
I know. It doesn't compute.
It's the putter, man.
You know, I've thought about it a lot. I just can't figure it out because I'm always looking for him. And he even said, you know, I talked a bunch today. He's like, yeah, I expect myself to play well in the majors, and then just for whatever reason I don't.
Yeah.
And he comes back here, changes coach, changes caddies. You know, we don't really know what's going to happen. Doesn't know, you know, we don't really know what kind of mood he's going to be in because he missed a cut, and here he comes and he's got a 6 or 7 shot lead, something like that.
6.
I mean, it's just he just beat everybody for 2 days, and you know you wouldn't really expect that, although you would, but you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So. But he just played flawless. I mean, he didn't miss a shot. It was
18 greens, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, absolute clinic. I mean, I don't even know if he missed a fairway. I don't think he missed a fairway either.
Yeah, he just looked so comfortable out there, and he was playing like it.
The demeanor's the same all day. He's just doing it. I mean, it's
how about this,
awesome
Pat?
to watch.
Break it down for us, Pat. Here are some highlights from Joaquin Niemann's round 2. Pat, take it away.
First hole. Yeah, laid up nicely, hit a good, just down the hill, go a little right. I mean, just right out of the gate. Perfect speed, right in the center. Just here I am, you know, let's get going today, boys. Second hole, drove a pin high. Not a very good lie, but hit a pretty good chip out of there. You know, again, now he's 2 under through 2 and just hadn't missed a beat. What is this, 5? We birdied third hole as well. It's we birdie on 5 here. Great iron shot. 7. What the hell are we doing here?
This is a second,
Oh yeah.
Pin high.
Drove it all the way
close.
down there. Got it down. This is when we just came on Fox, and he's just rolling.
I'll tell you what, though, Pat. I mean, we look at players like Scotty Scheffler, and I think great iron players, when you can tell when they're so good, they hit every single shot pin high.
Yeah,
in terms of control of their distances.
That's what Tiger did for 20 years. I mean, he hit it pin high, and he made putts like that all the time.
doing that too, with his irons.
He was just in control. He hit the ball exactly like I said. He hit the ball where he needed to. He didn't miss it. If he did, you know, he only missed 1 shot. It was on 12. He pulled it left, but that's where you're going to miss it. And he got kind of unlucky to not get it up and down. But I mean, today he was number 1 at all those.
Yeah.
Here are some stats from Joaquin Niemann. He said he loves being chased. When he's being chased, it motivates him, especially when it's heavyweights like Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau, and he's proving that to be true. Also, let's talk about his Sundays on the times he's won. His finishing scores, I believe, all 4 wins: 65, 65, 65, 63.
Yeah, if he does that tomorrow, he's going to win by 8. Or 9.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I mean, he could.
Are you expecting to see him keep this up, Pat?
I expect him to get almost a 20 under, which I did not think at the beginning of the week that was going to happen. But I just don't see him going south. I don't know how. We'll see. I'll be interested to see how aggressive he stays tomorrow, because he hit driver on a few holes that I didn't think he needed to, but we'll see. We'll see how. I think as he gets to I think out of the gate he'll stay aggressive, and then once he gets to 10, it'll be a little more control, maybe a little more, maybe some 3-woods and some irons, something like that, just to get in. But
I mean, I
don't see anybody catching him.
I was just about to ask you, because 6-shot lead is a big lead.
It is.
And I mean, how do you start your day? I mean, do you just go, well, I'm just going to play my game, or are you going to be looking back? Are you going to be trying to play more aggressively? What is he going to do? Because it's a lot of shots.
Yeah, I mean, in the first hole, he's going to lay up anyway. He's going to hit short of that bunker and he'll up. And 2, he might as well hit driver, because he hits it so good and so straight. And with that back pin tomorrow, it doesn't really matter where he is. He can still get it, around there for birdie. And then 3, all he's got to do is hit the fairway. He's got a 5 or 6 on his hand. So you're talking about another birdie there. He just has so much going on, and he doesn't hit. It's not like he's hitting a long iron. It's not like he's hitting 400 in any par 3s. So, those are birdie opportunities. And then, 6 is really the only hole that could potentially be disaster for him, and I don't even see that anyway. So,
everybody's.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody. I mean, 4 there, you're gaining shots. So, I really don't see any hole that can give him enough trouble anywhere. To be honest with you, I just don't. I think he's going to have at least a 6-shot lead going in the 10th hole, and then it's over.
Well, Pat, we know you've had a long day, so we thank you for your time here.
Always.
Club
I'll be
54
looking forward to watching
show.
him tomorrow. He needs, in my opinion, he needs to make a statement tomorrow, and this is going to be it. And I think he knows that if he closes this, that it's basically over.
It's going to be a sight to see, that's for sure.
It's going to be cool.
All right, Pat, get out of here.
All right, goodbye.
Thanks for joining us here. Stay with us as we talk about some Jon Rahm in the future. And here's a tweet: some inspirational, dominant golf being played by Joaquin Niemann. Make sure you pronounce that right. He's playing like a king, apparently, as the great Stuart Scott used to say. Mama, there goes that man. Live in the press room, we have our leader, Joaquin Niemann, talking about how he played today.
Obviously, I mean, it was a great round. I really enjoyed being out there, playing the golf I was playing today. And yeah, I mean, I had a good time, had a good pairing with Gracie and Adrian. So yeah, I mean, I had a great time. I made a lot of putts. I was laughing at it sometimes because, I'm not used to see so many of those going in, and it's like kind of cool to see that. So yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I hit some good shots. I felt like, yeah, I mean, everything felt like pretty much under control of the tee, irons, putting. So yeah, I mean, I'm just pretty happy the way I've been going through the last 2 days.
Good day for Torquay GC as well. You're leading the team championship by 3 shots. You're at 24 under par. As a team, you're looking for your first win since 2023. What would it mean for you guys to get it done tomorrow?
Yeah, it would mean a lot. Obviously, between the whole team, we know we are in depth for a win. We know we can do it. We've been close for a few chances, and yeah, I mean, Carlos has been playing great golf. Sebastian played amazing as well today. Mito is trending in the right direction. I feel like he's really close to putting a really good, solid week. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be an exciting day for all of us tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully see low scores from the 4 of us.
Big day for Joaquin Niemann tomorrow. Can he get the job done? If he wins this week, he edges out all of the competition other than Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau. All right, it's now time for the Aramco Power Play featuring our very own Joaquin Niemann. This is him on 13. Hits a powerful one over that target. Man, that boy is good. Individual points leader in the live standings. He's leading strong in the competition this week, and no sign of this man slowing down. Look at this. My goodness. If that's not a power play, I don't know what is. And a little smirk from our boy Wacko following that. Here's a list of some of our power players here. Jon Rahm doing what Jon Rahm always does, 327 yards. And there's a young guy there at 336. Booj, gotta love that. Let's talk a little bit about Legion 13's captain, Jon Rahm. It was 1 year ago where he received his first individual title here at LIV Golf UK. A year later, it seems like we're in almost the exact same situation for Jon Rahm. I know he didn't have maybe the day he was looking for today, but how would you grade his form as we finish and conclude round 2?
I think he definitely is gaining some momentum heading into this half of our season. I think I spoke to him in Spain right after, you know, he made that putt on 18 and his team won, but he came up short with Taylor Gooch. But, you know, he said, well, my game is trending in the right direction. Some things are improving. I'm feeling a bit more confident, seeing some of the old me come back. And I have to agree. I mean, it is trending in the right direction. Not quite today, not the day that he needed in terms of moving closer towards the top, but he is a solid player. You know, let's not forget, he hasn't won this year, and he's second on the standings. That's how consistent he is.
He's actually averaging the same number of points per event as last season, which is pretty interesting. Yet it kind of almost feels like he's under the radar. Why is that exactly?
I don't think he's flying under the radar just because there's been so much attention around him and around how many top 10s he's had. I think really what it really says is how consistent he is. Just amount of points on average that he makes every single week is just such a consistent. This field and the golf courses that we play, it is not easy to do what he's been doing. I'm sure he really would love to have a win under his belt by this point. I think he expected to get a win under his belt at this point. But he's got to take some great positive stuff, you know, throughout the season. And I know he's going to try and get a win. If not this week, definitely not this week. He's so far back. But then the next 2 weeks to get himself maybe even closer to the top there. But I don't know. I feel like he would be disappointed with his season just because he hasn't won yet, and I think that's how Jon Rahm thinks, and that's his mentality. But when you look at his stats and all the things that he's doing, he's had such a solid season all around. I'm sure there's some stuff that he wants to work on and improve, as they all always do.
Yeah, I mean, he's had quite some time since his world number one, 52 weeks on top. Jon Rahm spent. Would you say his current form seems like it's kind of trending back into another direction of another solid run for Jon?
Yeah, I think so. I think when he was world number one, I think he drove the ball better. I think his wedges were better. I know he went back to the putter that he had so much success with. He won the Masters, the U.S. Open with that putter, and he put that back in 2 or 3 events ago. So I know he wants to get back to that version of Jon Rahm, if not a better version of that Jon Rahm. But like I said, he is trending in the right direction. He's doing all the right things. He's working on the right stuff. And maybe, you know what, it'll really surprise me if he closes the season without a win.
What are you predicting that he'll do here at JCB? We know he plays well in this course. His game lines up well in this course. And he's good on Sundays.
Yeah, he is good on Sundays. I think he's going to go low. I mean, he's got nothing to lose, really, at this point. Jon Rahm's the kind of guy who will play very aggressively. When he's this far back, he's going to try and go as low as he can, try and get into as high up that pylon as possible. That's my prediction. That's how he always plays, and I don't think it will change tomorrow.
So, Ann, let's take a quick look at some of his stats from this season. Jon Rahm, as you said, one of the most consistent guys in the league. Look at these stats, and he makes it look easy. Jon Rahm, 13 on the green, 4th around the green, 16th in the approach short. I mean, this guy is just talented. I would love to see him get an individual title win this week. I got to tell you that.
I think a lot of fans do. But, you know, when I look closer into his stats and you look at his proximity, he loses strokes from 90 to 130 yards. And I know that's a part of his game he's been that's probably a part of his game he's been spending a lot of time on. But also, when we look at the par 5s and his driving stats on par 4s versus par 5s, he loses strokes on par 5s. with the drives. And you know, I know I spoke to Adam Hayes, his caddy, before, and he said, you know, we just have to drive it better on par 5s, put himself in a better position to then attack the par 5s and make more birdies. And the sets just kind of backs that up a little bit. And I know he's been working on his backswing, his takeaway. He gets a little bit shut with the club face. I know he's been working very hard on getting it more square. So a couple of those things, I think if he cleans that up, and I think he knows it too. John knows everything. He keeps his game very close to his chest and knows exactly what he needs to do. If he does all those things, I think we might see a lifted trophy this season.
That would be pretty good. I want to ask you, too, because I know you get all of the inside scoop.
Nah.
You spend a lot of time with these guys. Have you spoken to John or anyone in his team? Is he in good spirits? You got any behind-the-scenes information that you can give us maybe from this week or last tournament?
Well, I actually had breakfast with John a couple of mornings, and yeah, he's in a good space. I think, you know, his wife is doing well, his kids are doing well. He's a guy that's very, I guess he's very in touch with his own mental state and his mental side of things. He journals a lot. Not only does he have one journal, he has 3 journals. He segments all the different compartments of his life, and he reviews all the different things in his life. And so I think he's the kind of guy that's very even kill, I think. You know, he's very passionate on the golf course. You can tell he wants to win. He's a fierce competitor, but I think he's actually quite different off the course. He's a fun guy. He's very lighthearted. And he seems very, I guess, introspective is the word I was looking for.
I love how you're a true professional, and you didn't give us anything he said to you behind the scenes, as you shouldn't, but I had to ask anyway. All right, let's take a look at his win from here at JCB last year.
Boy, they bought the atmosphere here at LIV Golf UK.
It'll be good to play in front of a home crowd again. They obviously bring a great energy.
I am always going to remember that a little bit in a bittersweet way.
Seeking a first LIV Golf League title.
I missed a very short putt on 17.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Opening the door to Tyrrell, right?
He can be overtaken on the 18th by his teammate Tyrrell Hatton. He has an enormous putt to win, 2 putts to force a playoff with Jon Rahm. To win, steady.
Yeah, I'd love to go one better than I did last year.
Heartbreak for Hatton.
A disappointing way to finish the week and not be at least a playoff.
Get that monkey off of his back at long, long last.
I didn't even feel like celebrating, to be honest, in that sense. Is a tricky part of the situation we're in here in LIV, right? That's the 2 teammates go at it at the end. But for our sake, I hope it happens many times.
And the fans are buzzing on social media. A lot of action here at LIV Golf UK by JCB. And the fans are loving it. We want to encourage you guys to join the conversation. Hashtag LIV Broadcast. Here's a good one. Brilliant family day out at LIV Golf League JCB. Even got to see a bit of golf, and Indy was on TV cheering on Lee Westwood. That looks like some fun action there. Did you have a chance at all, Sue-Ann, to make your way over to the fan area?
No, negative, but I know a few of the kids have had a go at trying to hit players' faces, cutouts of the players' faces, and I think we can all agree whose face we would put on there if we had to put a face on there. I'll give you a hint. His name starts with an A.
I think I know who you're talking about, too, Sue-Ann. This guy's got an autograph from Bryson DeChambeau. You know, it's funny, as I walk around the course, I just see Bryson's signature on everyone's clothes. I mean, he doesn't stop.
No, he does not. He's so generous with his time, and you know, he knows what to do. He knows that the fans come out here to watch him, and he gives them his time and autograph.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I don't know if you guys just saw that last photo. It was just a plain selfie of some dude having a good time at the tournament. We will put you on TV. All you got to do is hashtag LIV Broadcast. Awesome day out at LIV Golf. We'll take care of you guys. So make sure you join the conversation if you have not. Big thanks to Phil Mickelson and Cam Smith Here's a family day. You know what, Sue-Ann, we got to get you on the hashtag LIV broadcast for tomorrow, yeah? She's shaking her head and smiling and saying no. Okay, fine, fair. Stay with us, guys. The Club 54 post-round show, and there's a beautiful view of JCB. All right, as we conclude round 2, do you have any thoughts ahead of time? Any dark horses, some guys maybe we haven't discussed who you're expecting to surge on Championship Sunday?
I'll keep my eyes out for Bubba Watson. Look, this is probably the 3rd or 4th time he's been in the final group. Yeah, Bubba's playing great. He's getting some confidence back in his game. He's getting some fitness, and his body feels great. And when Bubba is confident, I don't know, he can go pretty low.
I like Bubba. I like the Bubba choice.
Yeah.
He was on our post show, so we're going to take some good luck credit for that with Bubba. Bubba, that's for you. All right, we're going to toss it over to Rachel Drummond on the range. She had some time earlier this week with Jon Rahm. Take a look.
Now, John, you've told me you can multitask, so you're going to hit balls while we have a discussion.
Yes.
Welcome back, defending champ.
Thank you.
How's it to be on winning soil?
Feels good.
Feels good.
A lot of good memories. You know, a lot of good on the golf course, and.
I'm standing so close, by the way. I'm going to move this way.
No, you're good. You're good.
Now, you're not a stats man, are you, John?
Yes and no. So. When I've played enough events and there's time to maybe do an assessment, I look at it after the season as well. Mid-season, sometimes 3-4 events is not enough to really, this is not enough data to make a big enough adjustment. So no, I won't look at it mid-season too often.
You might think that, but I've got a very good stat for you today. Now, I'm a stats girl. I think it helps, you know, talk about technique and everything like that. So we're going to have a little look at some data to start with. You're #1 in greens and reg, #2 off the tee. And we want to really dial in now, though.
I'm actually surprised at that of the tee.
Are you?
I don't feel like it's been my best driving year, so I know there's a lot of things that go into it, but I am surprised to see that one.
You're surprised?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's good to know. Now, let's talk about proximity specifically. You're #1 in hitting greens, but you're 39th in the league with proximity. How do you feel about that data? Is there anything that surprises you there? 3rd, 50 to 75 meters we're talking about.
I'm very surprised there.
Which
to be
one in
3rd
particular?
that close to the green.
Yeah.
It is a number that I'm fairly confident with. Not a distance that happens often, so I would say I would be a lot more focused on 100 to 150, which has been a thing over my career simply because the way I drive it, I'm gonna hit that shot more often. But I definitely would like to be on the top half, not the bottom half, right? So that'll definitely be something to worry about, but it's
not now.
Not now, and I certainly don't think it's the reason why I haven't won events. So it's.
So there's a stat which I think you're going to be very interested in. At the beginning of the season, you were 51st in proximity. You're now 39th, but the last 3 events after you changed the ball in Korea, you are hitting at 7 feet on average closer on the greens.
That I'm not surprised about.
So talk to us about how that ball changed and whether that was actively done to improve your proximity.
So no, it's actually going back to, so started with the same ball I had last year, and you know, with having a little bit more ball speed, I felt like I could maybe gain a little bit changing the golf ball, changing the ball flight. I was having some trouble in the wind. And in Miami, so Miami through Korea, I went to a different Callaway ball, which was slightly lower launch, more of a penetrating ball flight, because I have no issue hitting it high. And you know, even though sometimes all the testing says it's the same, then when you go on the course, it's not the same. So I was finding out that it was spinning a little bit less in some shots every once in a while, and it was definitely getting hurt a lot less by the wind and flying a lot more when it was downwind. So that was a lot of my downfall. It was, when it comes to those numbers, I was missing long very often. And golf, for the most part, long is not good, for the most part, right? So it was very unusual. There's a lot of shots, like, I think it was the first or second round in Mexico on the 6th hole, the par 5. Sorry, the 7th hole now, when we played. I hit it miles over the green. I mean, 30, 40 yards uphill.
Did you call Adam in on that or not?
He called me out in all of these.
He called you out. He said it wasn't the number.
No, he calls me out. He was the one that said, listen, John, I've noticed this the ball, and it took me probably about a month and a half too long to realize. And it was in Korea after the first round when there's a couple shots where I was like, I remember, I think it was second round, on the fourth hole in the par 3 where I hit this 9-iron downwind, and he flew about 15 paces longer than I thought. And I looked at him and I said, is that what were you talking about? It's like, yes. I'm like, that should have never flown that far, right? Plenty of green behind the pin. I flew the entire green, right? So it took me a little bit, but he definitely brought me around at some point.
Now, I think a lot of us as players, you know, if you're seeing proximity go down, you'd be doing loads of drills to play at targets and concentrate on, you know, how you can hit it closer, but you made a ball change. So, you know, you're a simple golfer, you like to keep things simple. How great is it to make a ball change and have such great gains?
Well, I did make a lot of those changes in practice and trying to get my numbers down and trying to do this, and it was just, again, one thing's on the range, one thing's in practice, and a completely different thing when you're on competition. And it's not the first time I've gone away from that ball and then gone back and done really well after, right? So there's nothing wrong with testing, nothing wrong with trying, but I know I can play a really high level with this ball. And I tried, it didn't work out. I did the same thing last year. I went to a spinnier ball actually and changed this week and won, right? So it's...
Everyone look out this week.
Well, I changed it back at the PGA and almost won. So it's a bit of a balance of what you want to improve. Is it something you want to change yourself, or is something that the equipment can help you with?
You can
right? That's an
gains.
easy change that wasn't helping me. So that was an easy change back as well.
Now, I think you've got one of the most repeatable swings in golf. So I want to go into that. Like, what do you think it is about your swing technically that makes you be able to be so consistent?
Well, my wife she was a tennis player, and she always compared my swing to Andy Roddick's serve.
Yeah.
I was like, it's just shorter and quicker. It's like, there's just not much that can go wrong. You don't have the time for things to go wrong, right? So it's the same reason why growing up, they try to teach us to bump and run it. I mean, when you're making a swing this big, a lot less can go wrong. So
you watch everyone at home now with short swings trying to...
I don't recommend it. It's just, it works for me. I have the size and the weight, but it's, I think that's reason number one. Number two would be, because of the boat race and the way I turn, there's very little face manipulation, so that face stays square very, very often. So it makes my misses a little bit more predictable and a little bit more tight.
Can you show us that at the top of the swing?
I don't know how to repeat it.
You can
Whenever
repeat
I fake it, it always goes to this, so I can't.
You're like in an extension and you're in a bunker shot.
Oh,
okay, maybe we can slow it down in the footage.
You're gonna have to. There's so many times I've done videos or pictures for magazines, and I'll do a backswing, and I'm like,
they're like, that's not where you get, John.
No, I can't do it. I can't fake it.
Okay, keep hitting.
I guess you'll be there, but
yeah. And for everyone at home, when you're in that position, the club face is very strong, very square, and you can just turn through it. Just like that. And this club in particular always grabs my attention, the compressor.
Yeah.
Would you mind hitting a couple with this?
Yeah.
And, you know, again, talking about, that must help you simulate the impact you're talking about.
Yeah, so if you're looking from camera, the whole idea of this club is the shaft right there, the line on the shaft, sorry, should be aiming at the middle of your body at impact. So in theory, you're doing it through rotation, right? So if I just hold it there and you're rotating through impact, right, your hands will be ahead and I'll be aiming at the center of your body. It was based on Ben Hogan theory to compress the ball. If you make a line, imaginary line, from the ball to your left shoulder, your hands should be ahead of it at impact. That's the theory. I swing like that naturally, so it's very, very simple for me to replicate.
That was as pure as you like.
And ideally, I hit my stock shot.
Which is your fade.
Yeah, usually if I'm not swinging well, the shaft being bent will actually accentuate whatever I'm doing wrong. So
you'll have more curvature?
Yeah. I don't hit more than 3 or 4 shots with this club at a time, because I'll start manipulating too much.
Beautiful. And is that just purely because once you've hit a couple well, you know you're swinging it good?
Yeah.
That's like your go-to cue?
It's such an unusual club that I don't want to hit too many. That's that simple.
It might, yeah, it might.
I don't want to overdo what I'm already doing, right?
And would you say, John, you're a complete fill player? Like, how much do you actually work with your coach? Because whenever we're at LIV, I just see you in your zone.
Oh, with Dave?
Yes.
So I do work with Dave Phillips, but in tournament days, if he's there, I don't need him.
You're good to go.
Yeah, he just stands in the back, and that's about it. I try to do the work before. I just feel like before the round is just a warm-up, get ready, and go.
And let's talk about finally performance. So you get ready, you do your warm-up, but how do you feel like you're ready to perform? Do you pick out targets? Do you?
Not really. I just go through my numbers.
So you're checking the data in terms of numbers and.
It's not really numbers. I just go through the stock swings and the stock numbers, like shots that I have. So with the wedges, it will be what is a half a shot, what I call a shoulder shot, which is somewhere in between half and 3/4 and 3/4 and full. Fade draw, high and low. I just kind of hit the shots.
Can I see you rip one more?
I'm not really looking at the numbers all the time, but it's nice to know where you're at sometimes.
I love this. It's just so simple, and that's what makes John an unbelievable golfer. John,
you know,
thank you
it's hard enough. Just keep it simple. Don't complicate it too much.
Yeah, I think that's the key. John, thank you so much for joining us. And you never know, that ball change, we might be looking at another W this week.
I hope so.
Good luck. Play well.
Thank you.
A beautiful conversation between Rachel Drummond and Legion 13 captain Jon Rahm, who had a pretty interesting moment today.
Yeah, this is on the tee at 12, a drivable par 4. He just overcooked it and
right into a fan who actually seemed kind of happy about it. That guy's tough. That's not how I would respond to that. That's for sure. I don't know what that guy's drinking.
I think he had something in his system that was helping with all that.
That's for sure. Let's get some final thoughts from you, Sue-Ann. With only 3 events left, some players are fighting for that lock zone to secure a spot at LIV Golf next year.
Yeah.
Others are fighting
for their careers.
Relegated.
Yeah,
correct.
Absolutely. I mean, some names that I'll be looking out for: Brendan Steele, Matt Jones. We've got Blandy, who wants to definitely get into that top 24. But then if you keep going down into the relegation zone, Ian Poulter needs a top 20 this week. Then you got Andy Ogletree, who obviously played well here last year. He needs a top 15 to try and get as many points as he can to get into the open zone. That still does not guarantee him a spot on the league, but these are the guys who are fighting for their careers, fighting for a secure spot for a job next year, and that's going to be tough. A lot of pressure, a lot on the line.
We're definitely rooting for all of them. Here's a last look at the individual leaderboard. Following round 2, Joaquin Niemann leads the way, 6 shots ahead. Bubba Watson in good form, and Adrian Morant, Caleb Surratt, and Paul Casey sharing that 3rd spot. Tomorrow will be exciting. We want to thank all of our fans for watching. Here's a last look at the team leaderboard. Torquay GC looking to get it done. Legion 13 and Crushers. Fans watching from all around, we want to thank you. I have one more word to say. You ready? Come on, Sue-Ann. Peace.
Peace.